Do you know the name Martha Stewart? Maybe you know her from cooking shows. Maybe you know her from books about home and garden. But do you know her real story? It is a story about hard work, big success, and a big fall. And then a big comeback. Stay with me, because this story has a surprise in the middle. A simple childhood. Martha Stewart was born on August 3, 1941. Her birth name was Martha Stewart. She was born in Jersey City, in the state of New Jersey, in the USA. Her family was Polish-American. When Martha was only 3 years old, her family moved to a town called Nutley, also in New Jersey. She had 5 brothers and sisters. So, 6 children in total. Her parents were not rich. Her mother was a teacher. Her father sold medicine for a living. But Martha's parents taught her many important skills. Her father taught her how to garden. Her mother taught her how to cook and sew. Her grandparents taught her how to make preserves. That means how to keep fruit and vegetables fresh for a long time. Little Martha was a serious child. She liked to work hard. And she liked to learn new things. She read many books. She read biographies of famous people. Did young Martha know, back then, that one day she would be famous too? Probably not. But let's keep going, because her path to fame started in a very unusual place. Not in a kitchen, but on Wall Street. A model, a babysitter, and a stockbroker. Here is an interesting fact. When Martha was just 10 years old, she worked as a babysitter. And not for any normal family. She took care of the children of famous baseball players. These players worked for the New York Yankees, one of the most famous baseball teams in America. At the same time, young Martha started modeling. At 15, she appeared in a TV commercial. Later, she modeled for big brands. This helped her pay for college. Martha studied at Barnard College, a college in New York City. At first, she wanted to study chemistry. Later, she changed her mind and studied art and history. At college, she met a young man named Andrew Stewart. They got married in 1961. Martha took his last name. From a simple girl named Stewart, she became Martha Stewart, the name the whole world knows today. After college, Martha did something surprising. She did not become a chef. She did not open a restaurant. No, she became a stockbroker. A stockbroker is a person who buys and sells shares of companies for other people. This was in 1967. It was a man's world back then. But Martha was not afraid. Andrew and Martha later bought an old farmhouse. The house was very old, built in 1805. They restored it together. This farmhouse later became very, very important for Martha's future. Can you guess why? Keep listening, because this old house will change everything. From the kitchen to the whole world. In 1976, Martha made a big decision. She left her job on Wall Street. Instead, she started a small catering business. A catering business cooks food for parties and events. She worked from her own kitchen, in that same old farmhouse. Her food was beautiful. Her parties were beautiful. People loved her style. Quickly, her small business became a big success. In 1982, Martha wrote her first book. It was called Entertaining. The book had recipes and ideas for parties. People loved it. It became a bestseller. After this, she wrote more and more books. Books about quick cooking. Books about pies. Books about weddings. Books about Christmas. She became known as an expert on home and lifestyle. But here is a question. How does one author become a media empire? The answer started in 1990. In 1990, Martha started a new magazine. It was called Martha Stewart Living. She was the editor. Her face and her ideas were on every page. The magazine grew very popular very fast. 3 years later, in 1993, the magazine became a TV show too, also called Martha Stewart Living. On this show, Martha taught people how to cook, how to decorate, and how to garden. Millions of people watched her every week. People all over America wanted to live like Martha. They wanted her style in their homes. By now, Martha was not just one person anymore. She was a brand. A company. By 1997, she even bought her own magazine back from the big company that first published it. She used money from her home products to do this. In 1999, something amazing happened. Her company sold shares to the public for the first time. This is called an IPO. On that one single day, the value of her shares jumped by more than 95%. Martha became a billionaire, for a short time. Can you imagine that feeling? From a babysitter to a billionaire. It looked like nothing could stop Martha Stewart. But wait, something did stop her. Something big. Let's talk about her biggest crisis. A big problem. Trouble with the law. In the early 2000s, Martha Stewart had a big legal problem. It was about something called insider trading. This means using secret information to make money by buying or selling shares unfairly. In 2001, Martha sold shares in a company. People said she sold the shares because she got secret, private information first. This was illegal. This story was in the news every single day. People everywhere were talking about Martha Stewart. Was she guilty? Was she innocent? She said she did nothing wrong. But in 2004, a court found her guilty. Not of insider trading itself, but of lying to investigators and trying to stop the investigation. The punishment was serious: 5 months in prison. Many people thought this was the end. The end of her business. The end of her fame. The end of Martha Stewart living. Experts said her empire would fall apart completely. But did it really end there? Stay with me. The next part of the story might surprise you. The comeback. Martha went to prison in October 2004. She served her time at a low-security prison in West Virginia. She was released in March 2005, after 5 months. And here is the surprise. Instead of hiding from the public, Martha came back stronger than before. Right when she left prison, a TV network announced new shows for her. She got a new daytime talk show. She also did a special version of the show, The Apprentice. People expected Martha to disappear. Instead, in 2006, her company became profitable again. Her brand survived the scandal. Her fans stayed loyal to her. This comeback became one of the most famous business comebacks in American history. Was this the end of her surprises? No. Martha Stewart kept finding new ways to stay famous, for many more years. Always reinventing herself. After her comeback, Martha kept working. She never really stopped. In 2016, something very unexpected happened. She started a TV show together with the rapper Snoop Dogg. The show was called Martha and Snoop's Potluck Dinner Party. Two very different stars, a lifestyle queen and a famous rapper, became unlikely best friends on TV. Fans loved their fun, strange, wonderful friendship. Then, in 2023, at 81 years old, Martha appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine. She became the oldest woman ever to be on that cover. People around the world were talking about her again, proof that her story was still not finished. In 2024, a new documentary about her life came out on Netflix. It was simply called Martha. The film told her true story, her childhood, her success, her time in prison, and her comeback, in her own words. So, what is the secret of Martha Stewart? Maybe it is this: she never stopped working, and she never stopped learning new things. From a quiet, hard-working little girl in New Jersey to one of the most famous businesswomen in the world. Conclusion. Let's remember the story. Martha Stewart was born in a working-class family. She learned cooking, gardening, and sewing as a child. She worked as a model and then as a stockbroker. Later, she started a catering business from her own kitchen. This small business grew into books, a magazine, and a TV show. She became a billionaire. Then she faced a serious crisis and went to prison. But she came back, stronger and smarter than before. Martha Stewart's life teaches us something simple but powerful. Hard work matters, but so does the ability to start again after a fall. Real success is not about never failing. It is about getting up again after you fail. What do you think? Can a person fall down completely and then build an even bigger empire? Martha Stewart's story says, yes, it is possible. Thank you for listening to this story. If you want to learn more interesting life stories in simple English, stay with us for the next video.